is simply the Pinterest activities that I've given are based on a program that I signed up for on another platform, and it's a 30-day um, Pinterest traffic generation guide that I was sharing with you all, and I knew that I couldn't do it on one night, so that's why I asked Sam if I could have maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. On Tuesday, we sort of did like an overview of Pinterest, and on yesterday or last night, I went through days 1 through 15, things that you could do to get your Pinterest account up and running. And tonight I wanted to pick up with day 16. On your, in two of the groups, I had placed a document for you called 8 Tips for Creating Pins That Pack a Punch, and talked about the images. I'm not going to go through it with you all, but I did make some additions so all of you all can go to these 4 sites and actually get some images to help you not only with the Pinterest but with our other platforms that we're on. But the one that I found most interesting was Picavay.com, that gives the free images and videos, and you can use them with royalty, and they're royalty free. The other interesting aspect of it is you don't even have to give attribution or credit to the photographers or the people who are the creators of the video or the photograph. Um, so that having been said, that's available for you on our website. I want to also put another document there before we get started. This was something we had discussed last night, and I think it's going to resonate with everybody because we've already talked about this in terms of our blog. But I found a great article from a guy who's in LinkedIn. It's 3 tricks for keyword optimization on Pinterest. His name is Joe Dooley. And what I did here is I actually copied the article, highlighted those points that I wanted to go over with you all. I will put the original document in both of the groups tonight or tomorrow morning. But what I love for you to see is this. Pinterest is a search engine, much like Google, Yahoo, and Bing. So if you use Pinterest for your business, you need to optimize your keywords and make it easy for your visitors to find your site and explore your products. He says further, one of the things modern web users are looking for is rich visual content delivered in an attractive manner. And that's what makes Pinterest so compelling of a choice. It is a valuable tool for any business seeking to grow its traffic, build its brand, and draw in new customers. I thought this was very profound because this is exactly what we're all trying to do. Well, we're not trying, but we're seeking to do. I want to reiterate, I want to repeat that some of these platforms that we're talking about, Instagram, Facebook, may not be your cup of tea, but at least what you want to do is to get yourself some visibility on all of the platforms, all of the social media platforms, so that you can grow your business and become visible out there in the marketplace. He talks about Pinterest as being a search engine. He says when users come to Pinterest, they can filter the content they see by entering relevant keywords. So optimizing your pins for popular keywords is one of the best ways to boost your exposure, so choose your keywords with care. He further mentions that the value of keyword optimization on Pinterest content goes far beyond that site. Quality Pinterest content and popular pins can improve your organic search rankings in Google as well. As the Pinterest ranking mechanism, it is as for the Pinterest ranking mechanism. It is still something of a mystery. In other words, it's kind of like we don't know how it works. But the site recently introduced what is called guided search and visual graph. And all of these will help to transform Pinterest from a pure search engine to a tool for content discovery. And that I'm going to reserve maybe for next Tuesday as a discussion, along with the rich pins and the content pins. No, those are called the promoted pins. I'm sorry. Now, I'm going to do something just quickly. Let's say here's this search box, and I really liked it because I did this. You can see it's much like the Google search engine where you start to type in a word.
Miss Pat,
You can't see it?
we can't
Can't
we
see
can't
the
see it.
Oh, my.
It's still stuck
Could you
on.
never see anything I had so far?
No,
No.
we're still seeing the Pinterest
Now we're
slides.
seeing.
There's your
Now we're seeing
What
it.
do you see now?
Now we're seeing Patricia Renna online pin.
Wow, I'm so sorry. I was sharing the documents with you. I kind of like this morning, wasn't? But at any rate, here, just like the Google, where in the search engine you will begin, in the search box, you start putting in opportunity, and notice how it begins to populate other words for you. Opportunity, quote, careers. I actually found what? Opportunity launch. And when I did, take a look at what I saw. It needed to be 2 words. There's Donna Lee. Okay. She's there. I don't know this person, Lash, but that one's there. PJ Bryant has one for opportunitylaunch.com. Earn money. You could visit it if you were to click on that particular link. But the point here is we are out there and we are on Pinterest, and all you really have to do, here's another one, Opportunity Launch. Get your post out there and promote your business. Here's another one, Admin. I don't know who this is, but that is much like the search engine that we see in Bing as well as on Google and Yahoo. So keep that in mind. You want to make your work in Pinterest count 100%. So that having been said, the value of the keyword optimization on Pinterest content goes well beyond that particular site. You're also picked up in the search engines for Google. Now, this guy says here are 3 ways to optimize your keywords on Pinterest, and I'm almost certain it's going to ring a bell. It's going to resonate with you, some of the things I've talked about with the blog. Number 1, he says, add descriptive words to your pin descriptions. Descriptive keywords are key here. The goal is to accurately represent the pin and also to help end users find what they are looking for. Again, it is for your followers, not necessarily for you. You want to make it simple and easy for him or her. He also says Pinterest places great importance on pin descriptions. Weighing those descriptions is in much the same way that Google weighs web page titles. So if you want your content to end up on the first row of Pinterest in the search results, you want to make sure that you're optimizing the descriptions with popular and relevant keywords. You want to place those relevant keywords early in your text. Doing so will actually improve your pin's rankings. Now, in that description area, I believe there are 300 words, I think 300 to 500 characters are there. I'm going to show you an infographic that I found that will help you to do several things with Pinterest, even down to the point of identifying the size of pics that the images that you want to put on your on your boards. He says, don't forget about alt tags. Now, this I thought was strikingly important. He says, pay close attention to alt descriptions when pinning images from your website. By default, Pinterest pulls the descriptions from the alt text on your image. So you want to take time to examine the alt text and make changes if necessary. So if I'm bringing an image over from my blog, what he's actually telling us is that all of the information that is on my image, the alt text, all of that is going to be brought over to Pinterest along with that image. So that speaks volumes in terms of how it's going to help you in the search engines as well. He says that you want to have keyword-rich titles. He said you already know keywords are important, but how do you know which ones to use? He says you can start with the Pinterest autocomplete function. That's what I shared with you a little bit earlier when I typed in opportunity. You saw that the other words started to fill in. Those will help you to come up with keywords associated with your particular topic. When you click the search button in Pinterest, the search engine automatically, therefore, is going to suggest to you some combination of words that you can use. You might remember our talking about long-tailed keywords. Same thing is true here on Pinterest. A different platform, but some of the same information that we've been imparting during the morning hours are also peculiar to Pinterest as well. It says common word combinations can become excellent long-tail keywords for the right pins. He also says you want to use your Pinterest analytics. When I looked at mine last evening with you all, you could see that I had nothing there simply because I just started building my boards. So I am going to actively use this 30-day plan. I'm going to collapse the days or collapse the activities, but I do plan to build my boards in or on this platform. He says, don't forget to make your titles unique. There's nothing worse than finding a title that says something like SEO keywords Pinterest. Ridiculous, of course. But he says there's actually a generator, an idea generator out there that will help you create titles. We already know that there's one in our platform that Ramon has given us in that back office for PDL. But he gives us this one for those who aren't in PDL, a nice one for those who are not in PDL. Guess what? For those who are in PDL, this is another source that you can use. I'm just going to share with you. Does anybody have a keyword? Ray or San, you're on the platform. The mics are open. Just give me a keyword, something related to your topic. This is the site. I'll also put this in there for you. It'll be in that document. But it's Portent's content idea generator. A subject or a keyword that one of you all might use.
Virtual tools. Virtual marketing tools.
Let's use virtual tools or virtual. Okay. Then you just hit the button and it generates titles for you, and it even analyzes it for you to share with you what you should be doing to create that title. I apologize for it not going across the screen. Can you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
How virtual marketing tools can keep you from virtual marketing. You know that's illogical, but all you have to do is click this area here and it'll generate more. It will create more topics for you. 19 problems with virtual marketing tools. Another one, if you read one article, pardon me?
I said, wow.
If you read one article about virtual marketing tools, read one. Read this one. Now, this one I like because it probably will excite somebody to wonder what. If you haven't, this is the article that needs to be read. 18 ways virtual marketing tools are cooler than Michael Jordan. Cute, but it could be substituted, you know. But I like this one because remember at one point we talked about titles and using numbers there can be very effective. Look at this one. 9 ways virtual marketing tools can make you rich, okay? We don't want to use that one, too dated. How virtual marketing tools are the new, and we can, you know, substitute a word. But that's just for your edification. This tool is available for you if you need to create, you know, exciting and rich kinds of titles for your pens. He says, number 2, rich board names. When you're creating your boards, you can go to the Google search. You can go to the Google Planner. I mean, I like that tool, but it's just too time-consuming for me. But as a network marketer, as a blogger, as a person who wants to be in the know, you probably want to get some hands-on experience with the keyword planner. But you want to strive to use long-term keywords in your board names, okay? The guy says that there are 2 very effective ways to make your boards rank high in Google search engines. And by the way, rumor has it that they're getting ready to change the algorithms for Google, so get ready for changes coming down the pike. If a long-term keyword contains the word Pinterest, you want to think something like what? Look how, you know, keyword rich this is, smart Pinterest marketing tips. It's likely to rank very well on Google. So you want to use niche specific keywords that cover a narrow topic. These will always rank well for you on Pinterest as well as, you know, Google is Pinterest. Number 3, so I can cut to the chase, you want to complete your Pinterest profile. Critically important. The Pinterest profile is the key to success on this site. So you want to take the time to make yours a great one. It kind of reminds me of what Ramon spent time with us talking about creating your About Me page on Facebook. This will make or break you, this guy is suggesting. The profile is the foundation of performance for your pens and your boards. So don't ignore it. If you do, it's going to cause for your perilous experience on that particular platform. I'm not going to say it's going to kill you, but you want to make it as, you know, well developed as possible. The first step, therefore, is to make sure that your domain link is part of your Pinterest profile, and it needs to be verified there. Please, whatever you do, get your website verified. The beauty of it, as we said earlier, on last evening and the night before, you're going to provide a link between your website and hopefully your blog, that as well as Pinterest, and you're going to have traffic coming to your blog. You'll have traffic going to your website, and that is what we're looking to do. The next step, he says, is to optimize your description within that profile. Give specific and special attention to the name of your profile, noting that people can use keywords to search for your pens, your board, and your profile. So you want that profile to be found for a specific keyword, and you want to try to do so naturally and, you know, so that it doesn't sound stilted. You want it to, like, flow naturally, like human, speech patterns, if you will. You want to also kind of use your brand name, if you will. I think I have one that I'll share with you a little bit later. But this is how you want to keyword optimize your, you know, your Pinterest account, your pins, your profile. That having been said, I want to look at day 16. And some of these we are not going to be able to do because it probably, as network marketers, we may not be ready to do certain things on Pinterest, like using the rich pins, but I do want you all to know about them, and I'm going to reserve that for next Tuesday. But day 16, he says you want to use your Pinterest messages to engage your audience. And I like this because you've got to have a following. And I looked at my pitiful board that I just set up, and I don't think I have any followers. I might have to create one from another account, but I do plan on building my following with my business account. But you've got a messaging area there that you can actually talk to people who are on Pinterest. However, the only way that you can message those folk is by way of there being a follower on at least one of your boards. So you can chit-chat back and forth with them at leisure, but they have to be a follower on one of your boards. So this is a great tool for sharing content directly with another pinner. Somebody may have a question, you can answer it. You may have a question, and you can parlay back and forth with them. So your task for the 16th day is to engage one or more pinners with a message about one of your pins. How did you like it? What did you think of it? If they put a love there, thought that they liked it, then you might want to ask them, what was so, likable about my pin? What did you find striking about it? Or why did you repin it? Day 17, invite collaboration. You can collaborate with other pinners to grow your followers and to curate pins. All that is bringing what? More collection of pins to the board. You can look for pinners who follow your boards who are already established and have a good number of followers and pins. This ought to ring a bell. On Twitter, what you want to do is kind of align yourself with people who have a lot of followers. Why? Because those active pinners help to bring traffic your way when you partner with them. You can also message these pinners, introduce yourself, let them know about the types of boards that you like, and share examples of it. Now, depending on who this collaborator might be, there may be a charge for it, but you want to see if you can do some collaborative efforts on Pinterest. And I'm going to say this, we're not going to do that right away. It may take time and a little bit of setting up our boards on the business account. So today's task on day 17 says this gentleman, find 5 different pinners that you can contact about collaborating. If 5 is too many, at least at this young stage of your business account, you may want to try 1 or 2. I think John is on the call. He's got, I think he said 8,000 followers, so he is well ahead of the game. He could probably do this quite well. We might want to use him as a collaborator. Oh, wow. I'm on day 18. Sorry about that. I'm used to my, used to my PowerPoints. Here is the use of good visuals. You want to use striking images. They want to be well-focused. They want to be relevant to you and easily shared. I think that the article that I gave on, Facebook and those groups will help you with day 18. You want to make sure that the headline is there and that it has a readable font. Add a watermark. Add your domain or your business name with it. Put that watermark with your business name and your domain. And if you all ever see my post on Facebook, you'll notice that all of my images, I strive to put my web address on them and something similar to a watermark in it. You want for day 18 to create a great visual for one of your boards. Just do that. See what happens. Number 19 is to add the Rich Pins plugin. This I'm going to table for next Tuesday, because as you can see, it demands of you identifying for your followers real-time pricings, availability of products. It's a little bit too detailed and intricate. The intricacies are a little bit too much for tonight's discussion. It's HTML that's involved. You've got to get your site ready before it launches. You have to do testing and what have you. We won't talk about it in detail tonight. On day 20, you want to start following interesting and influential people. This stands to reason. I think I was saying to you all that the course that I took years and years ago, and Pinterest has really changed. But the lady's name is Melanie Duncan. Immediately when I came to the business page, I looked her up because she is a person whom I would want to follow, an influential person. Certainly in each, okay, let's just talk about that for a minute. We're in opportunity launch. Some of us are in TLC, some of us are in EPX, some of us are in Magic, 10, I believe. But the point is, in each one of our opportunities, there is someone, some people whom we know stand out in our minds as being influential. They are well-known network marketers. They are high-volume, producers. We know that in network marketing, you've got what's his name? Holton Biggs. Certainly that's somebody that I would want to identify as an influential person. I'm going to look for him in my Pinterest account to see where he is. Marcus Brewer is another one that we would want to look to. We have Stormy Wellington, who is in TLC. You have the owner of TLC, Jack Fallon. I'm just giving you ideas as to how you would want to think about people to actually contact as you're going out outside looking for interesting and influential people. The beauty of Pinterest is that they are also going to give you some suggested persons that you might want to follow as well. So on day 20, he suggests that you find 10 interesting or influential people in your niche and begin following them. And you can also leave comments on some of their pins. Nothing like saying, oh, I really feel that I've gained so much value in seeing the benefits that you have provided in the coconut oil. And that was one of the pins that we looked at last night. Day 21, inspire your audience with lifestyle. I really like this one because we are in business. Yes, we are. But we do not want to be in the sell, sell, sell mode. And we talk about that during the morning, that it should be 80-20. Here on Pinterest, same situation exists. Don't just put your business in front of people over and over again. What you want to do is create boards around lifestyle things that include your products. So if you are doing weight loss products, nothing wrong with putting TLC out there, but what about other things such as what? Exercise, weight training, mental and meditation, the beauty of being able to travel and be on the beaches of the world. All of these things create an aura associated with your business, and you want to just think outside of the box. And I'm just kind of thinking about this off the fly, but let's say, for example, you had a board called For the Home, and then notice how it opens you up to putting all kinds of curated pins there about the lifestyle that you're promoting, instead of just giving a whole lot of visuals about a sofa or a chair or a table, So day 21, your task is to make a plan on how to sell the lifestyle to your audience, the lifestyle that surrounds your product. And remember, you've got 500 boards that you can have. Number 22, or day 22, you want to leverage the power of influencers. Partner with Pinterest influencers or other influential bloggers. And I think we talked about this with the blog as well, where you can have guest bloggers. You can also have what are called guest pinners to help you create your boards. And they need to be people of influence. Some of them may even charge for the service. But here's an example of what that looks like. This was created by, well, let me just preface everything by saying, you want to choose to work with Pinterest users whose audiences resemble your desired customers. For example, Williams Sonoma invited baker and business owner Jennifer Shea to create a party and an occasion-themed board, while Martha Stewart Living partnered with the mommy bloggers behind Cool Mom Pics. So these ladies became, or men, became guest pinners on this particular board. And hopefully I can share with you how you can invite people to be guest pinners. It's really like a community board or a group board that you'll actually create. For the most part, you need to know you are not allowed to pin on someone else's board unless you've been invited, okay? And that stands to reason. Here we come to this day. Your task was to choose a few Pinterest influencers you want to work with and contact them with your idea. Now, I'm saying unequivocally that we need to know that these are not things that we're going to jump out there and do tomorrow or next week or maybe even in 22 days. But they are fuel or food for thought. They are ideas that you want to implement as you go along, creating traffic, creating a well-designed Pinterest board. I'll say it that way, for want of better words. Day 23, you want to create my blog writers board. I like this one because this is a board where you can create your own, you just put your blogs there. You post or you pin your blogs, okay? And so on this day, we can all do that because everybody's written blogs now. You want to create my blog writer board and add your picture, your bio, and any kind of quirky tidbits of information that you might have. That's day 23. Many of us can do that right now because we have at least 10 to 20 blogs that we've already completed. That was said tongue-in-cheek. Day 24, you want to send an email autoresponder invitation. This morning was very delightful for many of us because now we see that we have an autoresponder tool wherein we could invite people, our subscribers, to our email accounts. We can add those subscribers in and we can invite them to follow us on Pinterest. And in the email, as Ramon went through today, you want to explain to them why they should follow your boards. What is it so special about your boards? The beauty of this one is if you've got any special deals, you can identify those as a reason that they would actually want to follow or have access to your Pinterest account, you know, become a follower of yours in Pinterest or on Pinterest. So one of your tasks for day 24 will be to pick one of your boards that you want to send an email invitation to your list to follow. Now, I think this morning is going to allow us probably to do this one within the next week, where we could actually send invitations to our Pinterest board. And I tell you another suggestion here is to use our contacts that we have in our Opportunity Launch back office. We could invite those folk to actually, become followers of ours on Pinterest using our autoresponder. Day 25, you want to go through and rebuild any broken links that you may have. Sometimes when we put our post out there, when we put our links out there, something happens. I think I talked about this last night. You may have clickable links that, well, they are clicked, but they don't connect to the actual site. So you want to go through your pins from time to time, past and present, and update links, change them, revise them, and make sure that they work. Day 26, you can create a board that actually has all of your popular pins. You'll find right above, right below your area for your profile, there's going to be lists of pins, and even in your analytics, you have access to information that will tell you what your popular pins are, those that have been repinned, etc. You can actually create a board for your most popular pins. And you can add your popular pins to your blog, your newsletters, and to any of your social channels, and that would be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the like. 27, you want to check your analytics. We will have that area, we'll talk about that on Tuesday. But more than anything, you will also have that social auto poster once it comes, excuse me, once it's placed on our site. We'll be able to use Pinterest, and it's going to have an analytic analyzer as well, right there, excuse me. So on day 27, you want to check your analytics to see what needs improving, how you're doing. Remember that the intention of having the analytics is to always help you to improve what you're doing, to see what's working, to see what's not, and then you need to tweak whatever is not working. On day 28, he suggests that you invite people to join specific boards. Now, this is where you're going to create what? Group boards, if you will. These people will be able to, participate in their they can participate on that board, they can pin on that board, etc. But there's an actual area on Pinterest that will allow you to type in the name, the email. You just click invite. You can invite people from Facebook, from Twitter. I mean, I even typed in my email addresses of people whom I know to invite them to follow me on Twitter. I'm sorry, not Twitter, but Pinterest. You can also go to your Google Plus account, to Yahoo, friends, family, whomever, and invite them to join you on Pinterest. So on this day 28, you want to invite your friends to join a specific board that you want. If it's your customers that you have gotten from Opportunity Launch who they signed in to Opportunity Launch because they were interested specifically in TLC, then these are the people whom you could bring to your TLC board. Invite them there. So it's specific to them. Day 29, you want to participate on Pinterest. And I'm almost certain he's just trying to give you something to do every day. But from day one, we need to be active participants on Pinterest. The more you engage with the people who are on Pinterest, the more your following is going to take place, the more connected you will be, the more at ease you will be, the more your brand will get in front of people, the more traffic will be going to your blog or to your website. So you want to follow your followers, he says. You want to repin their pins. You want to browse their boards, and you want to take a look at the content that they're sharing. If you have any questions, you can ask them, and if they have any questions of you, you can answer them. So on day 29, engage with other pinners by following some of your followers. And then we come to day 30. Yay! On day 30, what we're going to do is this. We're going to embed pins to get repins. And this might very well surprise you, he says, because repinning doesn't have to take place on Pinterest. You can actually embed a single pin or an entire board on your website. There's a widget, there's a code generator that you have, HTML, and you can place it right on your blog and There it is, okay? So the code generator is available for you. And on day 30, you want to create a widget to embed a board on your website, okay? That having been said, those are all 30 days. I'm going to put the plan of action for you in one single document. If you like it, you could feel free to use it and go for it, okay? Any questions, any comments? Sam?
Yes, ma'am. I'm muting everyone now. It does take a little while to unmute people.
Oh, I just wanted you to say hello.
Oh, hello. The headliner, I need that. Awesome.
Okay.
I would think in February that we would probably start the month off right and maybe put this in action, you know, like a Ranger workout buddy. You know, we could start this day one. You guys ready? February 1st, day one. We can really get this Pinterest thing together because, you know, it might take a group collaboration to really figure out all this stuff because I'm not going to say it's overwhelming, but it's some stuff to take in and some of us need a little extra help.
Right,
But
but you know
everybody is unmuted.
right. The thing about it is, what I really was excited about, and it's going to be a new task for me to actually get involved with this. But I like working with images, so it's going to be exciting in that respect. But to learn something new or a new way to express yourself via your business, I think it's going to be a grand thing as a participant on Pinterest, and I'm looking forward to it.